We are talking today with Regina Rinehimer, financial advisor with Wells Fargo Advisors in the Spring Township office. Regina, thanks for taking time today.
Thank you for coming.
Happy New Year.
And to you.
Well, the news of the new year is the fiscal cliff stuff that's happening in Washington, D.C. Have you gotten any calls about it so far?
Had a little activity last week. People were wondering if their portfolios were in alignment, and I said, we don't know the rules. So once we know the rules, we will then implement a new plan if necessary at that point. So yes, there's been a lot of commentary, but not yet anything concise that we can act on at this point.
Looks like the markets are pretty happy so far with what they've seen.
As we speak, the markets are up about 225 points from the close Monday, and I would say that the markets definitely like having something that's a little more certain than where we left off when we closed on Monday.
So, are the people in your industry thinking about what happens next from Washington D.C.? What would your kind of people in your kinds of position like to see?
We like to see something definitive, something that ties into exactly what the tax code will tell us, so that we can implement investment plans that are corresponding for the individual that we work with. Not all rules will apply to every person per se from the taxation standpoint. Therefore, we have a lot of work to do once we know how, if in fact, those impacts will be implemented.
One of the reasons I wanted to talk to you was because of your involvement with the Women to Women initiative at the Chamber. Tell me about that. How did you get started with that?
I have known Karen Marsdale for many years, very good friend. Love the group that we have put together that we call the Women to Women Council, and most of us were friends prior to doing this, and it was just kind of an idea that we toyed with, and we built it for about 1.5 years prior to the actual launch. Therefore, we came back and said, this is kind of interesting. We think that the public will enjoy having a different venue for women to find resources for building women leaders in the community.
So that was really the rationale behind it, was to get women together and give them kind of resources and advice, and let them hear speakers and network.
That is correct. Now, I will tell you a little thing that people do think, that it's limited only to women, but you yourself could actually join, Dan. So all it takes is your email address, and you will be on our list for all of our Women to Women. So it is open to men as well.
I'll make a note of that when I get back to the office.
Thank you.
How's it going so far?
It has had phenomenal success. We are soon to launch a very interesting initiative which will pertain to mentoring. January 30th, we will do that launch, 5 p.m. at Tuscany, and it will be devising a program that we will have folks that will be mentors and people that will be learning with those mentors. So it's a work in progress, but it's also going to be very fascinating, because we have had many calls and a lot of emails and commentary on that subject. So looking forward to a positive start to the new year for Women to Women.
You, I'm guessing, are probably, you get a lot of requests from different community groups for your time or your expertise. How do you go about picking and choosing what to get involved with?
I kind of have my own personal mission statement, and that will be, I start out helping women and children and families first, although I do have the affinity for the little furry friends as well. So, but I do have to say, it starts with family. That's always kind of been my focus and background. I come from a large family myself, and I just feel the need to keep families together, to serve people, to teach them, to get them into a better place than where we first meet them at.
How big is your family?
I'm the oldest of 8. So we have 18 grandchildren that have stemmed from that, and I have several nieces and nephews, but my mother is very blessed with all of the grandchildren that she has. So.
Did everybody get together over the holidays?
We did. Thanksgiving, we had a 70th birthday for my mother, so she was very caught off guard and surprised with this big family get-together that we planned, and it was a surprise all around. We had a special place that we rented and had a catered meal and all kinds of things for her, so.
I was going to say, you wouldn't want to be the one person cooking for that size of a group.
No, my idea is to make a couple phone calls from afar and say, here's my visa number, so, and that's exactly what we did.
Well, Regina, thank you for your time today, and we'll keep an eye on the markets, and it was good talking with you.
Thank you very much, Dan. I appreciate your time.